Hey kids, today we're going to talk about Enoch, the guy who walked with God and then just disappeared. Get ready! The story of Enoch in Genesis 5 is one of the craziest stories in the Bible. The Bible says that Enoch walked with God throughout his life. People looked at Enoch and knew there was something different about him. Enoch had a special relationship with God. The Bible says that Enoch walked with God. Maybe people back then didn't do that sort of thing, but old Enoch did. He lived for God, not for himself. Enoch lived 365 years, walking in close fellowship with God. Then, one day, he disappeared because God took him. Enoch's faith helped him to honor God. Enoch trusted that God would keep his promises. Because of that faith, Enoch chose to honor God. He was obedient to God and made him number one in his life. And then he went to heaven without dying. Enoch is famous. You knew that, right? Most kids would guess it's because he just disappeared one day. But believe it or not, that's not why he's in the Hall of Fame. Hebrews 11 tells us that it's his faith that he's really known for.
It was by faith that Enoch was taken up to heaven without dying. He disappeared because God took him. Before he was taken up, he was known as a person who pleased God.
Did you catch that? Before he was taken up to heaven, he was already famous. Everyone knew about him because he was a person who pleased God. When people looked at Enoch, they'd be like, that guy always obeys God. And we can live a faithful life for God too. Just like Enoch, we can choose to put God first in our lives. We can spend time with God by reading the Bible, praying, and spending time with others. The more we're around God, the more we'll know Him and want to live to honor Him. And here's the best news. When we live a life of faith here on earth,
we'll get to be with Jesus in heaven someday.
Again, really? And that's the point of the story. Our faith pleases God.
Memory verse! And it is impossible to please God without faith.